A finger hovers over a name. The screen glows. The urge to check rises. It's not the first time. A message, a profile, a memory. The same loop. Not checking. Fades. The pull returns. Stronger. Silent. Always there. Each tap, each glance, a thread that binds. Pain doesn't need a reason to stay. It lingers because the mind agrees to host it. Because the system runs the same code. Over and over. What holds the cycle? If not the choice to repeat, the mind says control. Says understanding will break it. But each explanation feeds the loop. Each revisit tightens the grip. What if the answer isn't in chasing meaning? What if it's in stopping the search? The cost isn't loud. No crash. No collapse. Just a quiet drain. Each loop erases a piece of stillness. Each reaction chips at self-command. The system frays. Not because of the wound, but because of the refusal to pause. Awareness slips. The void grows. Invisible but heavy. Each step deeper. A signal ignored. The body knows. The tightened jaw. The shallow breath. Pain isn't the enemy. The cycle is. Seneca, there is no need to argue with what is. A locked circuit sparks. Detachment cuts the wire. The system doesn't need to fight. It needs to reset. One choice. One pause. The loop waits. But it doesn't own. When did clinging become the only path? The urge to respond, to explain, to hold on. It feels like power. It feels like proof. But what does it guard that silence cannot? Look again. The screen, the name, the pull. It's not the pain that traps. It's the reaction that locks the door. The cycle hums. It waits. A breath decides. Non-reaction is the first key. The mind says, understand the pain, and it stops. Clarity will free the system. Explain the loss. Trace the break. Name the wound, and the cycle ends. Logical, certain, safe. The urge to dissect rises. To replay, to justify. Each thought, a step toward control. Each answer, a lock unturned. But the loop tightens. Explaining doesn't release. It binds. The circuit hums. A spark. Another. The system seeks reasons. It finds none. Reaction fuels the fault. The mind chases meaning, and the chase becomes the cage. What if the truth isn't in understanding? What if the trap is the search itself? Stop. The system falters. No answers. No closure. Just a hum. Detachment cuts the current. Pause sees what chasing blinds. Silence holds what words cannot. Key 1. Overriding overthink. A thought loops. A memory. A moment. It plays again. The same words. The same face. The same regret. The mind says, analyze it. Break it down. Find the fault. Overthink feels like control. It feels like progress. A puzzle to solve. A wound to map. Each turn of the thought, a step closer to clarity. Or so it seems. The screen stays lit. The clock ticks past midnight. The mind churns. Why did it happen? What was missed? What could have been said? The cycle hums. It doesn't stop. It doesn't solve. It only deepens the groove. The cost isn't loud. No alarms. No collapse. Just a quiet theft. Each loop steals breath. Each revisit erodes awareness. The system frays. Not because of the pain, but because of the refusal to pause. The mind, chasing answers, becomes the cage. Overthink doesn't free. It binds. It rewires the system to seek questions, not stillness. The body knows, the tightened jaw, the shallow pulse, silence, waits. But the mind overrides. Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. The circuit sparks. A thought loops. Pause cuts the current. The system doesn't need answers. It needs a break. One choice. One breath. The loop isn't the truth. It's just a habit. A reflex. A fault in the code. Override begins with seeing it. Not fighting it. Not solving it. Just stopping. The action is simple. A thought rises. Let it. Don't chase it. Don't map it. Breath anchors. The urge to analyze pulls. It always will. But it doesn't own. Witness the thought. Don't become it. The mind wants to run. Hold the line. Saying less to yourself is the first step. The system resets. Not by understanding. Not by winning. By refusing to loop again. The cycle hums. It waits. Awareness sees what chasing blinds. Key 2. Detaching from clinging. A hand grips a memory. Tighter. Always tighter. A message saved. A photo kept. A moment replayed. Clinging feels like loyalty. It feels like proof. The heart says, hold on. Keep it close. Let it define. The mind agrees. This is who you are. This is what was lost. The system locks. The past becomes the anchor, not the present. Not the breath. Each grip, a refusal to move. Each hold, a chain forged. The cycle spins. Pain doesn't fade. It grows, fed by the refusal to release. The cost is silent. No alarms, no witnesses. Just a slow drain. Each memory hoarded steals presence. Each moment kept erodes self-command. The system bends, not under the weight of loss, but under the choice to carry it. The body signals, a knot in the chest, a heaviness in the limbs. Detachment waits, but the hand grips tighter. The mind says, letting go is betrayal. It isn't. It's rewiring. Seneca. You must let go of what you wish to keep. A rusted chain binds. Detach snaps the link. The system doesn't need the past to stay whole. It needs space. One choice. One release. The memory exists. It doesn't own. Unhook the grip. Let the moment sit. Not in the heart, not in the mind. Just in the past, where it belongs. The action is cold. A photo sits. Don't open it. A message waits. Don't read it. Breath cuts the pull. The urge to hold surges. It always will. But it doesn't rule. Witness the need. Don't feed it. The system wants to lock. Step back, rewrites the code. Saying less to the past is the first cut. The cycle slows, not by erasing, not by forgetting, by refusing to carry what doesn't carry you. A chain rusts. It waits. Let go is the key that frees. A lock clicks. No sound follows. The room stills. Detachment weighs heavier than memory. Key 3. Breaking reaction. A word stings. A glance cuts. A silence screams. The body tenses. The urge surges. React. Respond. Defend. Prove. The mind says, act now. Fix it. Fill the void. Reaction feels like power. It feels like truth. A spark ignites. Words form. Fingers type. The cycle spins. Pain demands a voice. It demands motion. It demands release. But each move feeds the flame. Each response locks the loop. The cost hums. No sirens, no scars, just a fracture. Each reaction steals stillness. Each impulse buries awareness. The system cracks, not from the sting, but from the reflex to strike back. The body betrays. A racing pulse. A clenched fist. Non-reaction waits. But the mind overrides. It says, silence is weakness. It isn't. It's control. Epictetus, you have power over your mind, not outside events. A spark flares. Pause. Snuffs it out. The system doesn't need to answer. It needs to hold. One breath. One choice. The urge to react rises. It always will. Witness it. Don't become it. Stay still. A word lands. Let it. A silence hangs. Let it. Breath anchors. The pull to respond tugs. It always will. But it doesn't own. Observe. The urge. Don't feed it. The system wants to flare. Hold the line. Rewrites the code. Saying less is the first break. The cycle stalls. Not by winning. Not by proving. By refusing to burn. You don't have to react. A flame flickers. No fuel. It dies. Silence holds stronger than words. Key 4. Escaping the chase cycle. A name flashes. A memory calls. The heart lurches. Chase. Scroll. Search. Reach out. The mind says, find it. Fix it. Close the gap. Chasing feels like purpose. It feels like closure. A step toward answers. A step toward peace. The cycle hums. Messages sent. Profiles checked. Silence returned. Pain grows. Not from the absence, from the pursuit. Each move, a link in the chain. Each hope, a weight added. The cost is quiet. No alarms, no witnesses, just a theft. Each chase steals presence. Each reach buries stillness. The system bends, not under the loss, but under the choice to run after it. The body signals, a racing heart, a restless hand. Withdraw, waits. But the mind insists. One more try. One more glance. It isn't freedom. It's a loop. Seneca. No man is free who is not master of himself. A wheel spins. Withdraw. Stops it. The system doesn't need closure. It needs space. One choice. One pause. The urge to chase pulls. It always will. Observe. It. Don't follow. Step back. A name appears. Let it. A silence lingers. Let it. Breath. A grounds. The pull to pursue surges. It always will. But it doesn't rule. Witness the need. Don't feed it. The system wants to run, not chasing, rewrites the code. Holding nothing is the first escape. The cycle breaks. Not by finding. Not by filling. By refusing to seek what doesn't serve. You can end without drama. Seneca sat alone. No letters sent. No answers sought. Detachment was enough. Key 5. Silencing explanation. A question stings. A silence burns. The urge rises. Explain. Justify. Defend. The mind hums. Make it clear. Make it right. Words form. Sentences spill. Explaining feels like control. It feels like truth. A way to bridge the gap. To erase the doubt. The cycle spins. Words sent. Reasons given. Silence returned. Pain festers. Not from the question. From the need to answer it. Each word, a thread that binds. Each defense, a lock tightened. The cost is unseen. No scars. No sound. Just a fracture. Each explanation steals awareness. Each justification buries stillness. The system strains. Not under the rejection, but under the choice to prove. The body knows. A tightened throat. A racing pulse. No explanation. Waits. But the mind pushes. Clarity will save. It won't. It traps. Epictetus. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. A circuit hums. Saying less. Cuts the spark. The system doesn't need to justify. It needs to hold. One breath. One pause. The urge to explain surges. It always will. Witness It. Don't speak it. Breath. Anchors. A question lands. Let it. A doubt hangs. Let it. The pull to defend tugs. It always will, but it doesn't own. Observe. The need. Don't feed it. The system wants to speak. Silence rewrites the code. Not explaining is the first release. The cycle slows, not by proving, not by convincing, by refusing to owe what was never yours to give. You don't owe anything. A voice rises. Why respond? No need. Silence answers. Key 6. Rebuilding from suppress. A pang rises. A memory cuts. The chest tightens. Suppress. Push it down. Lock it away. The mind says, ignore it. Keep moving. Stay strong. Suppressing feels like control. It feels like safety. A wall built. A door sealed. The cycle hums. The pain fades. Or seems to. It burrows. Deepens. Pain doesn't vanish. It waits. Each push, a crack in the system. Each denial, a weight unseen. The cost is silent. No alarms. No collapse. Just a fracture. Each suppression steals breath. Each lock buries presence. The system fails. Not from the grief, but from the choice to hide it. The body speaks. A heavy shoulder. A shallow pulse. Stillness. Waits. But the mind resists. Feeling is weakness. It isn't. It's the signal to rebuild. Marcus Aurelius. If it's endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. A system crashes. Breath reboots it. The system doesn't need to bury. It needs to see. One choice. One pause. The pang rises. It always will. Witness it. Don't seal it. Stay. Still. A memory surfaces. Let it. A pang stings. Let it. Breath grounds. The urge to push pulls. It always will. But it doesn't rule. Observe the pain. Don't hide it. The system wants to lock. Hold the line. Rewrites the code. Sitting with it is the first repair. The cycle breaks. Not by erasing, not by forcing, by refusing to bury what needs to be seen. Stillness is enough. A stone sits. It sinks. No ripples. Breath clears the surface. Key 7. Trapping hope blindly. A light flickers. A chance. A maybe. The heart leans. Hope blindly. Cling to it. Build on it. The mind says, this time it's different. This time it holds. Hoping feels like strength. It feels like life. A spark to chase. A future to shape. The cycle spins. Plans form. Dreams rise. Silence falls. Pain returns. Not from the loss. From the expectation that fed it. Each hope a thread that binds. Each dream a lock unturned. The cost is quiet. No alarms. No scars. Just a theft. Each blind hope steals awareness. Each wish buries stillness. The system bends, not under the fear, but under the choice to lean too far. The body knows. A racing pulse. A restless hand. Disengage. Waits. But the mind insists. Hope saves. It doesn't. It traps. Seneca. Cease to hope, and you will cease to fear. A spark ignites. Disengage. Snuffs it. The system doesn't need dreams. It needs ground. One choice. One pause. The light flickers. It always will. Witness it. Don't chase it. Step back. A chance appears. Let it. A maybe lingers. Let it. Breath anchors. The pull to hope surges. It always will, but it doesn't own. Observe the urge. Don't feed it. The system wants to lean. Withdraw rewrites the code. Holding nothing is the first release. The cycle slows, not by dreaming, not by waiting, by refusing to build on what isn't real. Detachment is a form of respect. 70% of thoughts loop daily. A spark fades. Pause cuts the chain. Key 8. Cutting avoidance. A pang stirs. A memory rises. The mind flinches. Avoid. Turn away. Distract. Scroll. Work. Numb. The system says, don't look. Keep moving. Stay safe. Avoidance feels like escape. It feels like peace. A door shut. A wound hidden. The cycle hums. The pain fades. For a moment, it lingers. It festers. Pain doesn't vanish. It roots deeper. Each dodge, a crack in the system. Each distraction, a weight that grows. The cost is silent. No alarms, no collapse, just a fracture. Each avoidance steals presence. Each dodge buries awareness. The system falters, not from the grief, but from the choice to flee it. The body signals, a heavy chest, a restless gaze. Witness waits, but the mind resists. Facing it hurts. It does, but running traps longer. Marcus Aurelius. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. A shadow moves. Witness meets it. The system doesn't need to run. It needs to see. One choice. One breath. The pang rises. It always will. Observe it. Don't turn away. Stay still. A memory surfaces. Let it. A sting bites. Let it. Breath grounds. The pull to distract pulls. It always will. But it doesn't rule. See the pain. Don't hide it. The system wants to flee. Sitting with it holds. Not turning rewrites the code. The cycle slows. Not by numbing. Not by hiding. By refusing to dodge what demands to be seen. The void is where it clears. A shadow falls. No movement. See holds the ground. Key 9. Unhooking attachment. A moment clings. A voice. A touch. A loss. The heart grips. Attach. Hold it close. Keep it alive. The mind says, this is yours. This defines you. Attachment feels like love. It feels like truth. A tether to what was. A refusal to let go. The cycle spins. Memories hoarded. Moments replayed. Pain grows. Not from the absence. From the chain that binds it. Each grip, a lock. Each hold, a weight that sinks. The cost is quiet. No alarms. No scars. Just a theft. Each atment steals stillness. Each tether buries presence. The system strains. Not under the loss, but under the choice to carry it. The body knows. A clenched chest. A heavy breath. Release. Waits. But the mind insists. Holding is strength. It isn't. It's a trap. Seneca. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. A chain rusts. Unhook. Freeze the link. The system doesn't need to hold. It needs to move. One choice. One pause. The moment lingers. It always will. Witness it. Don't claim it. Breath. Anchors. A memory calls. Let it. A loss. Stings. Let it. The pull to grip. Surges. It always will. But it doesn't own. Observe. The need. Don't feed it. The system wants to bind. Step back. Rewrites the code. Letting go is the first cut. The cycle slows. Not by keeping. Not by claiming. By refusing to chain what no longer serves. Odd doing is power too. A leaf falls. No hand reaches. Release clears the air. Key 10. Holding silence. A thought stirs. A pang bites. The urge hums. Speak. Act. Fill the void. The mind says, do something. Break the quiet. Prove you're alive. Numbness feels like failure. It feels like loss. The system pushes. Move. Respond. Escape the still. The cycle shams. Silence hums. The pain slips. Not shouting, but silence returned. The issue is unseen. No alarms, no signs, just a fracture. Each break from silence steals. Each rush pushes. Awareness. The silence shushes. Each pain, the system hums. Not under the emptiness, but under the choice to flee it. The body thinks. A heavy heart. Silence awaits. Silence. A pulse quickens, but no move. It waits. The hum fades. The system steadies. A pause lingers, and something shifts. Silence doesn't just hold, it reveals. The cycle, once a blur, slows enough to see its edges. Each key cuts a layer. Each pause carves a space. The system isn't whole, yet it's clearer. Observe the shift. Don't name it. Don't chase it. A phone buzzes. A name appears. The urge to respond rises. It always will, but this time, a breath, a pause, non-reaction holds. The screen goes dark. The system doesn't flinch. Witness the moment. Not as victory, not as progress, just as truth. The cycle waits. It always will, but it doesn't rule. Stillness rewrites what pain once claimed. The pause deepens, the system steadies, a thought rises and falls. No chase, no grip. The urge to fill the quiet fades. Silence isn't empty, it's a mirror. Each key reflects a flaw. Each choice exposes a loop. The system doesn't need to run, it needs to see. Awareness cuts sharper than reaction ever could. A memory stings. The old reflex hums. Explain, defend, hold. But the hand stays still. The screen stays off. Saying less holds the line. The cycle spins slower, not gone. Not broken, just seen. Observe the pull. Don't feed it. The system resets, not by force, not by will, by staying where the truth lives. Detachment is the space where cycles starve. A wire phrase, no spark. Disengage clears the fault. The mirror holds. The system hums, quieter now. A pang rises, familiar, sharp. The old reflex whispers, react, chase, suppress. But the system knows. Each key has cut a layer. Each pause has built a ground. Witness doesn't flinch. The urge pulls. It always will, but it doesn't own. Breath anchors deeper than pain can reach. A silence falls. The urge to fill it hums. Speak, act, escape. But the body stays. The mind stills. Hold the line rewrites the code. The cycle slows. Not gone. Not fixed. Just seen. Non-reaction isn't absence. It's power. The system sees. Not the wound. Not the loss. The choice. Stillness is the ground where loops dissolve. Epictetus stood alone. No words spoken. Awareness was his shield. The ground holds. The system steadies. Clearer now. A memory flashes. A sting follows. The reflex hums. Cling. Explain. Avoid. But the keys have carved a path. Each pause, a route. Each choice, a release. See, cuts through the fog. The urge to chase pulls. It always will, but it doesn't rule. Breath roots deeper than regret can dig. A name appears. The old pull surges. Check. Respond. Hold. But the hand rests. The screen dims. Not chasing. Breaks the loop. The cycle slows. Not silenced. Not erased. Just exposed. Witness the fault. Don't fuel it. The system rewires. Not by fighting. Not by hoping. By staying where silence speaks. Detachment is the key that unlocks presence. A circuit hums. No spark. Pause resets the flow. The presence deepens. The system hums. Steadier now. A pang rises. Familiar. Raw. The reflex stirs. Suppress. Chase. Explain. But the keys have built a frame. Each pause, a anchor. Each choice, a release. S-E-E cuts through the fog. The urge to grip pulls. It always will, but it doesn't own. Breath holds firmer than pain can pull. A silence settles. The urge to break it rises. Speak, act, fill. But the body stays. The mind waits. Saying less rewrites the code. The cycle fades. Not gone. Not fixed. Just seen. Witness to the fault. Don't feed it. The system resets. Not by force. Not by dreams. By staying where awareness lives. Silence is the space where loops unravel. A shadow moves. No chase. Observe holds the line. The space widens. The system steadies. Sharper now. A memory bites. A sting lingers. The reflex hums. React. Hold. Avoid. But the keys have carved a path. Each pause, a ground. Each choice, a cut. Awareness pierces the haze. The urge to chase pulls. It always will, but it doesn't own. Breath roots deeper than loss can reach. A thought loops. The old urge surges. Check. Speak. Cling. But the hand rests. The screen stays dark. Not reacting breaks the chain. The cycle slows. Not silenced. Not erased. Just exposed. Observe the pull. Don't feed it. The system rewires. Not by fighting. Not by hoping. By staying where stillness speaks. Non-reaction is the anchor that holds the void. A pulse quickens. No move. Witness clears the fault. The void steadies. The system hums. Clearer now. A pang rises. Sharp. Familiar. The reflex stirs. Suppress. Explain. Chase. But the keys have built a frame. Each pause, a root. Each choice, a release. See slices through the fog. The urge to grip pulls. It always will, but it doesn't rule. Breath anchors deeper than regret can dig. A silence falls. The urge to fill it hums. Act, speak, escape. But the body holds. The mind stills. Hold the line. Rewrites the code. The cycle fades. Not gone, not fixed. Just seen. Witness the fault. Don't fuel it. The system resets. Not by force, not by dreams. By staying where awareness cuts. Stillness is the ground where pain unravels. Marcus Aurelius wrote alone, no answers sought. Silence was his blade. The ground holds firm. The system steadies. Sharper now. A memory flashes. A sting follows. The reflex hums. Cling. React. Avoid. But the keys have carved a path. Each pause, a root. Each choice, a cut. Observe pierces the haze. The urge to chase pulls. It always will. But it doesn't command. Breath anchors deeper than loss can pull. A name surfaces. The old pull surges. Check. Respond. Hold. But the hand stays still. The screen remains dark. Not chasing breaks the loop. The cycle slows. Not silenced. Not erased. Just exposed. Witness the fault. Don't fuel it. The system rewires. Not by fighting, not by hoping, by staying where silence speaks. Detachment is the space where cycles fade. A spark dies. No fuel. Pause. Clears the wire. The space widens. The system hums. Steadier now. A pang cuts. Raw. Familiar. The reflex stirs. Suppress. Explain. Chase. But the keys have built a frame. Each pause, a ground. Each choice, a release. See, slices through the fog. The urge to grip pulls. It always will, but it doesn't own. Breath roots deeper than pain can reach. A silence settles. The urge to break it rises. Speak, act, fill. But the body holds, the mind waits. Saying less rewrites the code. The cycle fades. Not gone, not fixed, just seen. Witness the fault. Don't feed it. The system resets. Not by force, not by dreams. By staying where awareness cuts. Non-reaction is the anchor that holds the void. A shadow falls, no movement. Observe holds the ground. The void steadies. The system hums, clearer now. A memory flashes. A sting cuts. The reflex stirs. React, cling, suppress. But the keys have carved a path. Each pause, a route. Each choice, a cut. Awareness pierces the haze. The urge to chase pulls. It always will, but it doesn't rule. Breath anchors deeper than regret can dig. A thought loops. The old urge surges. Check. Speak. Cling. But the hand rests. The screen stays dark. Not reacting breaks the chain. The cycle slows. Not silenced. Not erased. Just exposed. Observe the pull. Don't feed it. The system rewires. Not by fighting, not by hoping, by staying where stillness speaks. Silence is the ground where loops dissolve. A pulse quickens. No move. Witness clears the fault. A screen goes dark. The hum fades. A room stills. Nothing moves. Breath settles. The urge to check, to speak, to chase lingers. It always will, but it doesn't pull. The system holds. Not fixed, not whole, just present. Silence weighs heavier than noise. A pang rises. The reflex hums, but the hand stays still. Non-reaction holds the line. Not a victory, not a cure, just a choice. The cycle waits. It always will, but it doesn't own. Observe the quiet. It isn't empty. It's enough. What remains? When reaction stops, no answer comes. No answer needs to. Witness asks nothing. Stillness is a choice that waits.